Hello humans, welcome back to my channel. For today, I want to put some rocks into my pots. Okay, so here I have this succulent, and I feel like propagating it because why not? It's so beautiful and it has so many petals, so many leaves. So I got these two already. Let's demonstrate how I do it. Here I have, oh, I accidentally just did this one. Okay, so let's do this one right here. We just go ahead and tilt it to the side. And bam, you got it. There I have 4 seeds. I'm going to go ahead and put them on the soil bed. Here is my soil bed, and I'm going to go ahead and prop them down right in there.
A good thing to note when propagating the Echeveria lola is that the leaves like to have a good period of dry soil. If the soil is too moist, the leaf will rot and you will get no clone from the leaf cutting. Now I will move some cement bricks out of this area because it looks unpleasant. This activity will also serve as an arm workout for about 20 seconds or so. Not a very long workout, but it's something. Here I'm realizing that I still haven't moved the table to the center.
So I want to take a look at this succulent, in particular the Echeveria lola. I want to transplant this into one of those pots. Darn it, I need to use mosquito thing, and I hate using it because then I'm just sticky. I'm going to use this Cutter Lemon Eucalyptus Insect Repellent.
These are the items that I'm going to be using for this project, and I decided to go for white rocks because I thought it would be a pretty good color. I also like something darker, but before I do that I need to make sure that I show you my moisture meter because I didn't show it to you last time, and it's pretty simple, to be honest. You just stick it in the soil and it reads, dry, medium, or wet, and for this reading it came out dry, as for this one as well. And now that we got the readings for both of these succulents, I can make sure to put some water in there whenever I'm done with this project. That's why it's a pretty handy tool to have around your succulent garden. And so now let's start putting the rocks inside the pots. But first I need to open the bag. I haven't used this bag before, but I did buy like 4 bags similar to that at the 99-cent store. So I bought them there for I think $1. And what I'm doing here is I'm brushing the succulents, making sure that they don't have any type of insects and stuff like that. And so I want to make sure that they're nice and clean before I put the rocks in. And something that I didn't do here is I didn't rinse the rocks before I use them. These types of rocks are called decorative rocks. So they have this exterior powdery layer, and that's doesn't really hurt the plant, I don't think, but it does make it look unpleasant afterwards after you water it. And also I should have watered the succulents and then put the rocks on, but I didn't do that either. However, I learned from my mistakes. Anyways, I'm just gonna go ahead and put rocks in this one, and I want to do it for all of them except for the Haworthia, because the Haworthia barely has any room, and it's honestly growing very, very quickly compared to my other ones due to the fact that, it's one stem versus like many stems. But it's pretty easy to put rocks in these types of containers. You can absolutely cover everything, or you can leave some patches open like myself where you can see the dirt a little bit. Here is my Graptopetella murasaki succulent that I told you about a while ago, and so it looks a little bit unhealthy, it looks a little bit elongated, so I definitely need to expose it to a lot more sunlight so it can be nice and perky again. But that's something that I definitely need to look out for. In the middle of this month it was raining for about 3 days straight, and so that was very, very bad for my succulents, and they didn't receive a lot of sunlight, which is probably why they look a little bit stretched out right now. But thank God that there's gonna be sun. And so the way I got some of the powder out was I watered them so it overflowed, and then all the powder came out, of course. But now I need to water my little baby succulents that I'm propagating. So most of these are doing pretty good. However, some of them die here and there and they don't make it. But that's actually pretty natural, and I am definitely working into expanding my propagating station, because I definitely do want to have more succulents similar to the ones that I have now, because I do love my cute collection. Here I'm also watering some other leaf cuttings. These are actually doing very well, and most of them are the Graptopatelum paraguayanese succulent, because I absolutely adore that succulent so much, so I decided why not try and propagate as many as possible. I have 2 Murasaki leaves over there in the corner, but they don't look like they're doing very well, so I'll probably need to take even more leaf cuttings off that one. Now it's time for some succulent cuttings, specifically the Sedum Adolphi Golden Glow and not the Echeveria Golden Glow. So I also want to get some of the leaves out of these little succulent cuttings, because they have been elongated a little bit too much. I didn't expose them to enough sunlight, as you can see here, so they are a little bit stretched, but that is okay because we can just remove some of the leaves and then we can prop them back in the soil and they're gonna look, you know, just like beautiful rosettes. And so I really do like the contrast between the yellow and the blue here. I think that's very cute, and there you go, guys. That is my finished product. What do you think? I think it looks pretty freaking good. To finish this pot up, I'm gonna go ahead and add just a little bit of more soil into the edges and corners of this arrangement, because I feel like it might need a little bit more. And I know that a lot of people say that it's best to have less soil than more soil, and I have a real problem with filling my succulent pots a little bit too high up, but I'm gonna do it here anyways. I think it's okay for this one arrangement because I do think that they're gonna stretch out, and yeah, it looks pretty good. I do like the contrast between the dirt, the pot color, and then the actual Sedum Adolphi. Here I have Echeveria Lola, which is one of my absolute favorites. I'm gonna put it in this type of peach, you know, light orange container. I think it looks fabulous in here. The third arrangement that I want to achieve is transplanting this Ming Thing, or Cerus forbesi monstrose. I have several of these because I propagated my infested cacti when I was cleaning it out, and now I have a total of 4 small separate cacti growing beautifully. So the last arrangement that I want to work on today is actually a miniature succulent arrangement. So the main succulents that I'm going to be using for this arrangement are Echeverias and a Sedum Adolphi, as well as a cacti and a calanchoe. However, the majority ones are going to be Echeverias because I do like their rosette shaped and the way they make a container just look very full and very flowery. So it's going to be a fairly easy little project. There you go. I see some spots that need to be, you know, filled in, and I think that looks a lot better. Now I'm taking some soil off the leaf, as you can see there, just trying to make it look a little bit better. But for the most part, I think it looks really good, and I am very satisfied with what I created today. So definitely let me know what you think in the comments below. But for the last step, we just need to water our little pots because their soil is very dry. As you can see, the water is drowning very quickly, which is a which signifies that it was very thirsty. And so there you go. Here's a look at my beautiful succulent collection.